I bet with Interbet only. They're a fantastic site. I've never had any issues with them. They are very professional. There's never a problem. You deposit money, 2 seconds later it's in your account. You withdraw, which I do very occasionally, and I believe it's also 2 seconds it's in your account.
The third race on the program on Sunday is the first leg of the Pick Six. So if Pick Six player, or if you're any player, you'll need to get your bets on, ladies and gentlemen, by 13:35, 25-2, which is the start of race 3, the start of the Pick Six. 1,200 meters is where they'll race around the turn here at the city track. 1,200 meters. No scratchings or jockey changes at the time of recording early on Friday morning, but as we ask you and as we inform you to check your changes as you inch closer to race time, because of course those can change at any time. The third race, Metallic Gold. There's a rerun of Garth Puller's horse, Metallic Gold, whom Graham quite likes. There's a rerun of number 2, Paka Imali, who is one of my horses to watch out for as a value for the back end of quartets. Those are the 2 reruns, and I touched base with Vaughan Marshall at Summerfeld during the week.
Away Song and Anton Marcus come forward and hit the front. Manhattan Cafe towards the inside. One Shot Wonder. But as they come down to the 200, Runaway Song has gone a length and a half clear. One Shot Wonder's trying to rally. All the while Manhattan Cafe is coming home. Manhattan Cafe coming at them late on. Probably going to get up. From in second, One Shot Wonder. Then came Runaway Song. And running on from behind these runners into minor positions. Metallic Gold together at the 300-meter marker. The main danger is Get Carter. Greyview has been asked to stretch, and Pakari Mali's running on late on. Alma Mater at the 200, but Get Carter's now starting to come home strongly on the outside, and Get Carter with Greyview. Get Carter down the inside, Alma Mater. Get Carter from Alma Mater. Greyview, and then came Pakari Mali. Bold Premier and Suelo next best.
Yeah, Canatonically, I haven't had him long, Warren. He's a nice type of horse. Unfortunately, he was drawn 16 at Maritzburg down the straight, which is a favourable draw. Now drawn 16 at Greyville is going to be quite difficult. But I just want to see where we are with him. But he has a horse, he has got ability, so we're holding thumbs.
Yeah, the draw, Graham, is obviously going to be a big issue, from the high draw for Canatonic, but returning from a long rest, and let's start the discussion with him because he's got the ability. You heard that from Vaughan, because the debut performance was not great, to call a spade, and he's since been not seen for 210 days. But I like the fact that Vaughan said he's got some ability.
Yeah, but I think reading into that interview, clearly the 16 draw is not in his favour here at Hollywood Bets Graver. Plus, it's almost like starting from scratch, as if he's never had a run. It's his first run for the stable. It's his first run since September last year. So I think he'll learn something from the race. He doesn't form part of my play.
Sure, no, absolutely. But maybe he's a horse that for back-end of quartets, he could lurk into a 4th position. Let's talk about your first choice, and that is number 1, Metallic Gold, who's been gelded on the 4th of March, Garth Puller for the Khalils. Kyle's going to ride, and he's certainly bringing home the winners. Gate 1's going to be a huge advantage. Tell us a bit more as to why you like Metallic Gold.
Well, firstly, I think it's quite a tricky race. Sets up for possibly an upset if American Dream fluffs his lines. And we'll come to American Dream and Arabian Wiley in a moment. I like Metallic Gold. First run as a gelding. He's cracked the inside gate. There's the obvious concern that 1,200 metres is going to be a little on the sharp side for him because perhaps even looking at that replay, he was getting into the race quite late. But gelding might have done the trick. It's not a deep race. He tops the best weighted column, although American Dream doesn't have an official rating as yet. That'll only happen after his 3rd run. So it's a little bit misleading, the best weighted column. But I just think the inside gate, the gelding, if he doesn't get too far out of his ground, he'll be running at them late. He's my first choice, but he's a very tentative first choice. For me, in the first leg of the Pick Six, you have to consider all of numbers 1, Metallic Gold, 4, Arabian Wiley, and 9, American Dream. But I know you're very strong in the camp of number 9, American Dream, and you have every right to be.
Well, You've made a good case for Metallic Gold, and I certainly respect the stable and I respect the horse, and that rerun was good. So yes, Metallic Gold is going to form part of my swingers, trifectas and everything. Paka Imali is a horse to watch out for. It wasn't the greatest race last time, but in saying that, the average rating there was 59, the average rating here is 57. So Paka Imali for a place chance. Let's go to American Dream. Yes, I am quite big on him. I just like the improvement from run 1 to run 2. It wasn't huge improvement, but there was improvement. Anton Marcus going to ride for Shane Humby. Their strike rate is normally very good. So, yeah, he's a lightly raced horse who I think is going to improve. There wasn't much between American Dream and Arabian Wily on the run to high legislation, as you alluded to when we were just chatting off air. So I'm expecting a good run from Arabian Wily too.
Interesting that Donovan Dillon gets off American Dream to ride Arabian Wily. Of course, he rides for both Peter Muscat and Shane Humby. We can't say for sure that he had the choice of rides, but there was only 2 lengths between them, and that was Arabian Wily's first run as a gelding, so plenty of scope for improvement, but not much to choose between Arabian Wily and American Dream.
Yeah, well said, and we don't know if Donovan had the choice, but if he did have the choice and he's gone for Arabian Wily, well then we must take note of that. Number 14, Parmenian, is a 2-year-old, drawn deep, but certainly ran a good race behind Grinkov. So after all is said and done for me, I respect and I thank you for making a good case for Metallic Gold, because I'm going to include him in everything, but American Dream is my first choice.
Well, there you go. Warren going with American Dream, and he is the standout horse on form. Metallic Gold might find it a little on the sharp side, but I expect him to be a factor, and don't ignore Arabian Wily. His first run after a gelding was a good effort.
My name's Danny Diliberto, founder of Ladles of Love. It was founded back in 2014. Communities we work with are all over the peninsula, and we're working with 138 beneficiaries now. We've grown exponentially. We've been able to do that because of all the kindness that we have experienced from individuals and corporates such as Interbet, who just want to be part of the change.